Welcome back to the channel today, guys. What you guys see in front of you is some repurposed containers. I headed to Ross today, a little bit unintentionally, and yes, I'm still using the Starbucks Trenta cup as a catch cup. What is this? This is a Tarantula Enclosure. Why does it look familiar? Because it's also a pasta / cereal holder in another life, right? So this was an all-purpose dispenser, but it has a picture of pasta on it. Does the tarantula care? No, it does not. I paid $6.49 for an 8-quart dispenser or whatever, and I drilled a bunch of holes in it for cross ventilation. And check this out, you guys. It's got this nifty little hole that I can just like lift a little and toss some crickets in, right? It's got this nifty way to open it, or I can remove the whole lid, okay? So there's nothing wrong with repurposing items that you find that are cheaper, because honestly, something similar in like a pet shop or online or whatever that is like geared as a quote-unquote enclosure is gonna run you 20-30 bucks or more, and there's no reason to spend that much money, okay? This guy here, what was he in his previous life? A Softworks snack holder, airtight seal, blah blah blah, goldfish crackers, yum. But you know, it's got this cool vacuum seal container, blah blah, pop up, remove lid, blah blah, right? And it is pretty cool for, you know, its original purpose, right? You know, you just open this and then this comes off. And then, you know, like I drilled holes in this too, both sides, cross ventilation, pop that top back on, bam, it closes, and, you know, it's airtight as far as like the lid is not going to come off, right? This at Ross was $10.99. right? $10.99. So head to your Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, whatever you have by you, and quit wasting money on expensive enclosures, because your tarantula does not care. I promise you. They will be happy with a expensive enclosure that's like $30, $40, $50, $150, or they will be happy with this $11, this $6.49, you know, enclosure. They don't care. These are great for like arboreals, you know, like arboreal enclosures where you need to like have more room going up than you do like across. This is great. So I got this girl today, right here. Right now PetSmart has got this really good sale on these pink toes. And it's like 20 bucks for a good size pink toe. I mean, she's pretty good size. She's a good 2.5, maybe 3 inches, like with her legs opened up or spread out, I mean. But I hate how they keep her, because look at this crap. Look at this. Like, she's like living in like tarantula soup. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to have this much water going on, but whatever it was, they felt the need. So what do our Boreal tarantulas need? They need just a little bit of substrate. So we have our handy dandy Reptosoil here. I went and I picked up 20 quarts of Reptosoil today, which my tarantulas are going to be very happy about that purchase. And we're just going to pop that open. You know, Reptosoil, what you guys really need to invest in for us keepers is like a resealable bag, right? Like, so pop that vacuum seal off of that baby, and we are going to fill with Reptosoil, right? So, and, you know, I know there are different substrates. I just prefer this one. I know there are different, you know, different keepers that make different things. And I'm not saying that any substrate is, like, wrong or whatever. I don't like cocoa fiber because it tends to mold a lot. And I hate mold because certain molds can be really, really bad for your tarantula, right? So I just don't feel like dealing with the freaking mold issue, you know? Like, so I use Repurposing that has peat moss, soil, sand, and carbon in it to like try to like keep that mold population down and keep, you know, just keep the tarantula happy. I need to order more springtails because I'm definitely going to add springtails to this enclosure eventually. Not now though. And I also have by Zilla this really cool terrarium moss, which you can use for tarantulas or whomever you happen to have, you know, at that time in your house. Good for reptiles, good for frogs, amphibians, stuff like that. I just want to put a layer of moss down, and I'm actually going to wet this moss a bit while we're talking. And just get it to absorb some water so that it can be like moisturized for this girl. So, you know, you just tend to squeeze out the excess moisture and put that stuff right down there. And I just like keeping some moss in with my Arboreal sometimes just because, like I said, it holds the moisture pretty good, and I like kind of like giving a good soak to the substrate, you know, letting some humidity get in there. So for this girl, this enclosure is pretty awesome sauceum. You know, pink toes, they don't really get very large, maybe like 6 inches. And so, I mean, what she's in, I mean, it isn't horrible, but I don't want her in there. And plus, all they did was like soak a bunch of flipping cocoa fiber, guys. And, you know, I don't want all that cocoa fiber. I'm such a stickler for like not having the cocoa fiber only. Like, you know, in some of my enclosures, I do have like a cocoa fiber mixed with something else. You know, but I also have isopods in there and springtails that hopefully combat the mold issue, like we shall see. I just started doing the whole bioactive setups, and so far so good. I have no complaints, but yeah, we'll see as time tells. And she's such a cute girl. You know, she is a cutie. I really like pink toes because of their pink toes. You know, and they do have, I know everybody kind of talks about them because they're like, oh, you know, they're so common in the hobby. I know they're common in the hobby, but, you know, I don't keep tarantulas because, you know, they're only uncommon or only interesting because such and such and so and so. I keep them for so many reasons, you know, like I love them. I like tarantulas. So when I see one, especially like if it's on sale or, you know, something like that, I do indulge myself. But also, you know, a lot of the tarantulas I have here at the house, as you guys probably are aware already, they are rescues. They were like owner surrenders to me, or, you know, the owner either couldn't care for them any longer or lost interest or was in a situation with a spouse that did not want the tarantula in the house, which happens more than, you know, unfortunately more than I'd like to hear. So I'm gonna try to cup this girl. She was pretty calm, but it's been a long day for her, so. And I don't know if I'm actually using a good cup for her. What's bad is, like, you know, like I mentioned earlier, we have this tarantula soup in here. And so even if I was going to try to, like, kind of coax her into this enclosure, like her new enclosure over here that I modified, it's going to be kind of hard. So I do have my brush here. And, let's see what we do. I obviously would hope that she doesn't bolt, but bolting is a serious possibility, whatever, with arboreals. They tend to like you to have little jump scares with them, and you know, it's nothing wrong. I just sorry about the angles. I'm trying to fix my camera. All right, so let's see. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I could coax her. Oh, she seems kind of interested in maybe coming out on her own. Hopefully that be the case. Like, here, girl, latch on to the other wall. Yep, there's a new wall. Nope, not outside the wall. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Nope. Oh, oh. Oop. Oop. Yep. So now she's like on this cleaning bottle. Here we go. Come on, get in the Starbucks cup. Sorry, guys. So yeah, there she is. And she's ready to crawl out. Go on. Go onto the wall, girl. Onto the wall. Onto the wall. There we go. Stay down there. No, 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 no. There we go. Good. Sorry about that, guys. I dropped the enclosure. I was like, nope, that's not important. The spider is. So we are just going to plop that lid right on and give that button a press. I am going to add a water dish in there for her, and I want to add an anchor point, actually. I do have one of my handy dandy dollar store finds. Remember, I went to Dollar Tree and I procured some like little flower stems or whatever, so you know, I do want to give her an anchor point or two to web off of. Alrighty. There we go. So hopefully, there we go. Yay, this enclosure works great. Okay, so I'm just gonna place this cool little like succulent spike right there as an anchor point for her little web skis. Another Dollar Tree find. Remember I got like 10 of these little cuppies for $1. So we're just going to take our handy dandy tongs and drop that right in there. Now remember, our boreals, because I know the bottom of this enclosure, you guys are probably like, what the heck? There's no room. Remember, guys, our boreals, they need room up, not down. So she has plenty of good climbing space and webbing space and stuff like that, I promise. I am not torturing tarantulas here. It is the very last thing I would ever want to do. So, you know, as you can see, she's got plenty of space. I think she's loving the moisture at the bottom. And I'm just going to zoom in on her again. Look at the iridescence right here, you know, on her toes. I mean, what else could you ask for, you know, in a tarantula except for that kind of gorgeous, gorgeous beauty? So that is it for her video, and then I will be coming up with another one shortly. So if you guys like what you see here and you believe in my tarantula rescue mission, you know, give us a thumbs up. If you hated it, give us a thumbs down. Like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye!